Hey there. How are you? I have had a really crappy couple of days. I actually got good news yesterday about my cancer scan, PET scan. Apparently it was totally clear, no asterisk this time, and I should be happy about that. But it opens up a whole bunch of questions and concerns and different things, and I've been in a tailspin and cried a lot of tears in the last couple of days and sobbed pretty hard. If you've never had cancer, you may not know about this wonderful little chemo brain thing. I didn't even really know about it because it sounded like something you kind of get and it kind of goes away. And apparently it takes 6 months to a year for the chemo to get out of your body. And from things I've read online today, it may take up to 10 years for my brain to get back into order. So it's a very real thing, and I think it's almost going to be worse dealing with this than it was to deal with the cancer. I have to now heal from the treatment. But the reason I was making this recording wasn't so much because of all this, but the fact that kind of got me thinking. And it got me thinking about, because of some of the reactions that I've gotten, what would it be like if you sat down and you publicly wrote everything you were thinking and feeling? You think you could do it? You think you could do it in a way where you wouldn't edit it? And what do you think? How do you think you'd feel? Because people would probably come to you trying to fix things and trying to tell you what the right thing to do is. And how do you think that would make you feel? I bet you probably wouldn't want to necessarily do it in the first place because you'd be afraid of what people would think and what they would say and what they would do. And I used to be one of those who was afraid to do it. And I also used to be one of those ones, if I read something, I'd be the first to try to reach out if I could think of something to try to be helpful and help fix things. And quite frankly, I'm just so tired of the fix. What is wrong with us being wherever the fuck we are? Why do we always have to fucking fix things? And I'm sorry I'm fucking swearing, but I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed. And I wonder if part of what's going on is for me to see something about this because, I think a lot of us don't say what we really think and feel because of exactly this. We don't, and then the thing is too is, a friend of mine has this expression about your mind is like a bad neighborhood, don't go in by yourself or something like that. And yeah, we can be our worst enemies, but at the same time, I always talk about our intuition and our inner gut and our inner guide. So maybe we know what's best for us, and maybe we dig ourselves deeper, and maybe that is what's best for us because we get something out of it. And I don't know. I've been all over the freaking place in the last couple of days because of how I've been feeling for a myriad of reasons. And I'm just tired. It's like I don't want to defend myself. And yet there's times where, depending on someone's reaction to what I write, I may kind of be in a defensive position. And it's not like, I'm sharing because I want people to see what I'm going through because maybe they can relate. Maybe they can get something out of it for themselves. And it's interesting because I think our tendency is not so much to see what we can get for ourselves sometimes as much as it is to see what we can do for the other person. Like it's focused on the other person and not on ourselves. And not that I have answers for anybody. I don't know that anything I say is an answer for anybody and that anybody will learn anything from it that will mean anything. But I also am mostly writing this just so there's a record for myself so that, when I come and I look back on it, I'll have a record because this stupid chemo brain, is messing with my memory. So if I'm writing this, At least there'll be a record, and I'll be able to look on it, and I'll be able to say, okay, yes, I either remember it or I don't, but at least it'll be there. And it's not that I don't want people's help. I mean, it's something that I did, and I don't remember if I wrote it in the blog or if I did it in the video. If it's a video I haven't posted yet, I don't even remember. See, this is the kind of thing that drives me crazy. But in something I talked about, I think it was a blog actually. Excuse me. I talked about this tale I heard about this man who was in danger, and there were flood waters, and somebody came along and offered him help, and he said, "Go, no, God will save me." And then somebody else came along as the waters got higher, and he's like, "Oh, no, please go, God will save me." Somebody else came along, a third person, and the same thing. "No, God will save me." The guy winds up dying, and he goes to God, and God's like, "Well, what do you want? I sent this person, and this person." So it could very well be that somebody has an answer for me that I haven't thought about. But I think, too, somebody sharing is not necessarily an invitation to say, tell me what you think, and tell me how to fix things, and tell me how to help things. And I think this is going to be a lesson for me, because I coach and I do hypnosis and stuff, and it's like if somebody isn't asking you what you think, then maybe they don't want to know. And that's another thing too, that I thought about too, is I've asked for help. And granted, I haven't been very specific at times, other than maybe saying, have a conversation with me. And I've gotten people who, will try to help in the way that they think is best. In the same way that someone who offers their opinion is what they're thinking is best. And then again, if we go back to that idea that internally, intuitively, we know what's best for ourselves, someone else's suggestion is just them sharing what their ego thinks is best. I don't know if it's ego. I mean, it could be somebody else's intuition too. And, I've done intuitive stuff too, so, but at the same time, it's just, again, if it's not asked for, then maybe it's not wanted, maybe it won't be heard, maybe it won't be appreciated. I don't know. And it's, I don't want people to have to tiptoe around me. I don't want to be like that. At the same time, it's just driving me crazy. It's just driving me crazy. Because I am where I am, and it sucks. And in the past, I would never have shared it publicly. Never. Because, for this exact reason and what you would have thought of me. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I thank you for caring about me, but I'm asking you, if you read my stuff and you view my videos, I'm asking you to ask me first if I want your opinion, and I'm also asking you if you want to help me to please help me the way I ask for. I appreciate the fact that you want to help and that you have ideas. And if you want to offer something else, then ask me, please, if that would be helpful. And maybe just, if this makes sense to you, just maybe take this out into your life and take it to the people that you love and you care about. And really listen to them and let them be wherever they are. And ask them if they want help, and realize that maybe they know better than you do, even if they're seeming to suffer. Because we learn from our suffering, we learn from the contrast, we learn from all this stuff. And I have to hope that somewhere in there, there's a lesson for me. But I'm not going to get you telling me what you think my magic wand is not necessarily going to help me. I hope this makes sense. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to say. I was going to actually write a blog entry, but then I decided to do this. So, if it makes sense, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If it doesn't make sense, I'd love to hear them too. I'm actually asking to see what you think. And I'm starting to think, which is why I'm starting to But I do think there's something in here. And if it's not for you, it's definitely for me. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for caring. And I guess that's all for now. Thanks. Bye-bye.